Welcome to another episode of Ghosts, Myths and Legends, Christmas edition. Are you sitting comfortably? Shall we begin? Imagine, if you will, a cold Christmas Eve in the 18th century, a time where highwaymen ruled the country roads, robbing, killing. They made you stand and deliver. Sorry, could not resist. And Hawkhurst in Kent was notorious for some of the worst smugglers and highwaymen in the country of the day. Now, on this Christmas Eve night, a young woman was riding in her carriage with her father on the way home to Hawkhurst. Now, many people have been killed on this road due to highwaymen and smugglers, and this family was no stranger to this sort of tragedy because the girl's brother had been killed recently by highwaymen on this very road. But as fate would have it, this was at the time the only road in and out of Hawkhurst, so they were having to scarily come home along the very same road when once again they were about to meet with tragedy. Gilbert, the highwayman, was laying in wait for people at Marden village. He was paroling around like they do, and then he spies them and he's like, I'm gonna make them stand and deliver. God, stop it, can't help it, sorry. Anyway, he stops the carriage and he's making the father and daughter get out so that he can strip them of their clothes and their valuables and their assets. But no sooner had the daughter stepped out than the horses bolted and went off with the carriage, taking the father with them. Yeah. Anywho, so here's a poor girl whose brother previously had been killed by highwaymen. She's left all alone, a cold Christmas Eve, with a highwayman, wanting her to strip and give him all her stuff. So obviously she's petrified. But when she sets eyes on Gilbert properly for the first time, she is shook to the heart with horror. And it isn't because she's about to be robbed and he's making her, take off her possessions and that she's left all alone with him. Oh, no. She recognises Gilbert. She recognises him as the man who killed her brother previously. And this made her angry and sad. And she sure as hell was determined that his fate was not going to be the same fate that happened to her. Oh no, she was not going to die this night. So, unbeknownst to our Gilbert, she had a knife hidden in her purse for such situations. And she managed to draw this knife out from her purse and stick it deep in the side of Gilbert. And then she fled into the bushes. Now, at this time, surprisingly, the father and the driver of the carriage had now settled the horses and returned to where the scene had happened. But when they got there, they didn't find the daughter. They just found the body of Gilbert dead on the road. And so they decided to bury him at side of the road. I don't know why they didn't. Maybe they told someone afterwards, like, we found a dead highwayman, so we buried him because he was in the road. I don't know. But anyway, that is what they did, Not like leaving the body trying to find your daughter. No, they buried the dead body. But there we go. They still couldn't find her. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if they carried on looking, if they went home. But anywho, the next day, Christmas Day, a young lady, the daughter, was found roaming around the village of Marden. She'd been roaming around all the time saying that she had stabbed a man to death. And on that cold Christmas Eve night before, when she'd been fleeing for her life, she was all alone, she had killed someone. She had managed to escape with her life, but legend states that the poor girl had gone completely and utterly mad. And now, every Christmas Eve, if you're ever along the road in Hawkhurst, where they tell you tales of highwaywomen, you will see this scene played out every Christmas Eve night. It starts with the robbery and then the murder and death of Gilbert, and some say that later on, when she died, because of the tragic circumstances, the young daughter joins in this spooky tableau, reenacting itself over and over again. So like I say, maybe one day, if you're around there Christmas Eve, you might see this scary scene of the lives of two people destroyed. She may not have died that night, but she lost everything, including her sanity. So, if you liked it, hit the bell, ding-a-ling, subscribe. Please subscribe, that'll be my Christmas present from you guys. Sorry, I'm still a bit cold-filled. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I hope this doesn't spook you too much, or maybe you like it, because Christmas and dark winter nights are the perfect nights for telling ghost tales. You're wonderful, you're amazing, have a fabulous Christmas. I will see you back in the new year. Take care. From me and mine to you and yours, a very merry and spooky Christmas. Goodbye.